Hello my darling angel babies, how are you all doing? I hope you're all okay. Let me know down in the comments how you are getting on. Today I wanted to talk about rebranding for the autumn time, because I don't know about any of you guys, but when it gets to this point of the year, kind of late summer, I start getting really reflective and I start feeling the urge to have a bit of a rebrand. This summer in particular, I have definitely fell off my routine and I've not been as disciplined as maybe I could have been, but it's all fine. It's all learning curves. But I just wanted to unpack that all today and discuss that with you guys as I get ready for work. So I think that the autumn time is the perfect time for a rebrand. It's the perfect time for you to really start to reevaluate what you want in life, where you maybe went wrong in the summertime and what you feel like you could improve on. And it's just, I think because it's the start of the academic year, you're going back to school, you're going back to uni, you're doing whatever. It's so deeply ingrained in us that we just feel this urge to have a rebrand as September rolls around. So I was at work yesterday, and something that I always do, because I'm the type of person, right, I am hyperactive, like my brain is going so fast all the time, so I tend to get my work done within like the first hour of the day. Failing that, in the morning I will get all my work done. So in the afternoons, if I'm in the office, I can sometimes feel a little bit bored. What I like to do is open an email and essentially type up and send an email to myself. And in this email, I will journal, I will brainstorm, I will literally just talk to myself. And in this email, I just wrote down all of my shortcomings, everything that I think that was a weakness over the summer. I feel like I've had a lack of direction and intention in my life over the summertime. As I say, I've been moving house, and I feel like my main focus has been just to get the house to a nice, clean standard. And I don't know, like my focus has just been the house and doing like cute little housewife things, like making my boyfriend sandwiches before he goes to work. Like I have been loving that so much. It's so fun. I don't do it every day, but you know, and just doing things like that. Like I've just been living my life. So obviously habits, like healthy habits and things like that, have kind of fell by the wayside. And as much as that's fine, it's not something that I want to continue to happen. I've also had really poor boundaries over the summertime, and I think this is like a general theme over the summer. I do tend to find it more difficult to set boundaries because there's just so much going on. There are so many things happening and you kind of don't want to miss out on things, and you want to join in and make memories, but it can be really difficult to discern the things that you actually should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. One huge way that I feel like I've had a lack of boundaries is in the sense of being at everybody's beck and call. One thing about me, right, I love to chat. I am a yapper, I'm a chatterbox, I love talking. I will talk your head off. Like if I ever meet you, you will be like, when does this girl shut up? Because I'm constantly talking. My uncle said that to me at the weekend actually. He was like, do you ever fucking shut up? And I said, no. But yeah, I'm a yapper. So my weakness, my kryptonite is, let's say, right, it's a Monday morning. I'm gonna set the scene. It's a Monday morning. I've had a very productive Sunday reset. I've done my morning routine. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling ready to go. I have my little to-do list of all the things that I want to do because I'm feeling super productive and super connected and grounded within myself. I'm excited to start the day. However, I will check my phone, and I will, more likely than not, in these times where I'm feeling great and feeling motivated, I feel like it's some sort of test from the universe, but anyway, I will see that my best friend has sent me a voice note. And best believe, when I see that voice note from my best friend, I need to open it straight away. I open it immediately because I want to know what she has to say. I want to know how she is. Maybe we've not spoken all weekend. I like to have my little catch up and my little chit chat with my girl. So my weakness is that I will literally open that voice note, listen to it, reply to it, knowing damn straight that I am going to lose the next 2 hours of my life to this conversation that we're going to have. We're going to be back and forth for the next 2 hours, putting the world to rights and talking about all of our problems, talking about all of our things that we're working towards, etc. We basically have like a little bit of a therapy call. As much as I love this, like I love it so much, it has happened too many times. Like I know how I'm gonna feel afterwards, which is tired. I'm gonna feel exhausted. I'm gonna feel energetically drained, and I won't feel in the mood. I won't feel the same energy and motivation to do all the things that I need to do. Like I will use all of that energy and motivation and I will pour that into these voice note exchanges, and that is basically me not setting a boundary by just ignoring the message until I've done all of my shit and then responding when I can. The reason I feel like this makes me annoyed at myself and resentful is because, for one, I'm obviously not sticking to my boundaries. I'm not being a woman of my word. I'm going against everything that I believe in just so that I can have that excitement and that thrill of talking to my best friend, because who doesn't love talking to the best friend? Like, it's fun, it's great, but there is a time and a place, and unfortunately a Monday morning is not that time and place. But that always seems to be the case, like whenever we have our little catch-ups. I can't help but think that that is the universe testing me. The universe is giving me a test to say, are you going to neglect yourself and your boundaries and your goals and dreams in order to reply to your friend who might be going through something right now? Or are you going to put yourself first, ignore the message, and reply once you've got your shit together, once you've done everything that you needed to do? What are you gonna do? And I always fucking failed that test, like I really do. So going forward, I want to be more disciplined when it comes to my phone and notifications. And it's so fucking funny as well because I don't even have notifications on my phone. I have them turned off. So it's all my fault. I'm always checking my phone to see if there's a notification. Not always, but it's all a me problem. But tell me why I then get a little bit annoyed, like low key, subconsciously I get a little bit annoyed at my friend because I'm like, why does she always text me when I'm busy? Like, da da da. But like, that's on me. That is my fault. I need to start taking accountability for my actions, and I need to start putting myself first, not checking my phone before the start of the day, not even giving myself that temptation, and just cracking on with what I need to get done. Because I know for a fact, if I get everything done that I need to get done in the morning, I'm gonna feel so good. And then when I'm voice noting her later, I'll have all of this natural dopamine and energy to give back to her, and I won't feel resentful. I've also gotten into the habit of comfort eating over the summer, and I'm not gonna try and blame my move again, but I kind of am, because we were just eating whatever we could while we didn't have our kitchen like up and running. But it became so normal to us that even when we did get the kitchen up and running, we wasn't eating properly, which we've managed to sort that all now. But I have kind of fell back into that habit of comfort eating again. Like when I finish work, I will get home, I'll have the house to myself, I'll do a little quick tidy round or shower or whatever, but then I will make sure that I make myself a cup of tea and I'll have some chocolate or some biscuits or something. And there's really no need for it, because the time that I'm having the food is just before my dinner. So why am I doing that? Like, I'm gonna eat my dinner soon, so why am I having chocolate biscuits? That is definitely something that I don't want to continue going forward, because if I'm not eating the correct fuel and food, I am gonna feel like shit. I know that if I eat too much sugar and chocolate and things like that, I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna have a sugar crash. I am very sensitive to that kind of thing anyway. I've spoken about that before, but I just know I'm gonna have a sugar crash. So tell me why I do it. Why do I do it to myself? I don't know. But this is what we need, guys. This is what we have to do. And I hope that you're following along with me and doing this kind of list of whatever your shortcomings have been over the summer, because we need awareness of where we're going wrong. We need to understand our shortcomings in order to overcome them. Also, if my voice is a little bit croaky, I feel like it always is, but I had a bit of a crazy weekend. I was on karaoke, I was talking a lot, I was yapping. Maybe that's why my voice is always croaky, because I'm always fucking yapping. Anyway, it's so funny. I saw a TikTok and it was this girl saying like, I want to be demure, I want to be mindful, but I'm a yapper. And I was thinking, I'm a yapper. That's me. I'm a yapper. Another weakness that I've had over the summer that I feel has held me back from being the best version of myself is always watching a show. Over the summer, I've always had a show on the go. I've always had something that I've been working on. Not working on, I've always had something that I've been watching. And as much as I love having a show, like I love having something to be excited to come home and watch, it can consume my life a little bit, and I do get a little bit obsessed with it. I get obsessed with the characters. It almost becomes my life. First it was Love Island, then it was Modern Family alongside that, and then now it's Breaking Bad and Good Girls. I've already seen Good Girls, but that's what I'm watching with my boyfriend. But I've always got some kind of show on the go. There is never a time that I don't have a show on the go. And I really want to make a conscious effort to reduce the amount of time I spend watching TV, because I just get hooked. I start binge watching. That's what I used to do with Love Island. Like, I wouldn't watch it all week, or I wouldn't watch it for a couple of weeks, and then I would just binge watch it all, and then I would be obsessed with it. And the thing about shows like that as well, like any kind of show, like let's say for example Love Island, I feel like Love Island really got me into this mindset of judgment and having an opinion on things, which is fine. Like, we were all entitled to our opinion, and it served a purpose over the summer. I enjoyed it, and I like to kind of know what's going on so I can chat about it at work or with my friends. But it's not something that I particularly associate with myself or want to be like gossiping and shit talking all the time. It's just not what I want to be doing. And shows like that, I can't even help it. Like, it just does encourage that kind of side of me. And then for example, Breaking Bad. I feel like Breaking Bad's amazing, but it's very dark. It's very, like, the settings of it are quite miserable. It's quite bleak. And I don't know what the word is, like limiting, I guess. Like, even though it's not, because he's literally like a millionaire, but it just feels a little bit like not the kind of life that I want to live. And I think sometimes when you're consuming content or shows of the life that you don't want to live yourself, it kind of gets you into this lazy, complacent, comfort place, and you can struggle to get anything done because you're not feeling really inspired. Like, I don't feel inspired to make crystal meth, but I'm watching it anyways. And when I'm not feeling inspired, that's when I start to feel depressed. That's when I start to feel sad, because I like to be inspired. I like to feel like my brain is working and feeling great. So that is something that I definitely want to cut down on. Then I also put not journaling as much as I'd like to, not reading as much as I'd like to. I feel like with the journaling part, not journaling gives me this lack of introspection, and it makes me feel disconnected from myself, and then that ultimately leads me to feeling like shit. And then the lack of reading kind of makes me feel less calm. I think when I read a book, when I've got a good book on the go, it makes me feel very grounded and it makes me feel good. But yeah, I read 2 books over the summer, which I think is alright, but I would like to do better. So I want to be having a reading girl fall. I want to be romanticizing the process of reading my book. I'm currently reading, right, my camera overheated, but what I was going to say, the book that I'm reading at the minute, this is my morning book. This is called Clear Thinking by Shane Parrish. This is great. I'm loving this already. It's really interesting and it's making me realise a lot about myself. But my evening book, like my wind down, relaxing book, is A Court of Thorns and Roses, I think it's called. I was recommended that book by my nail tech and then by my auntie. So we'll see how that goes. At the minute, I'm kind of enjoying. It's a little bit different to what I would usually read, but I kind of like it. It's reminded me of my childhood where I used to read a lot of fiction books. So we'll see how that pans out. Too much stimulation. I have been allowing too much stimulation into my life. I have been on TikTok a lot. I have obviously been watching shows, voice noting my best friend. I've been allowing myself to get really excited about everything, which isn't in essence a bad thing. Like, it's good to be excited, but I do think that it's good to have everything in moderation. When you are too excited about anything in life, your body doesn't like it because your body sees it as an extreme, and extremes are unsafe. Primarily, we are thinking that if we're feeling too happy, we're expecting something bad to happen, and we naturally feel a little bit like, ugh. And then also, when we're feeling too happy for a prolonged period of time, as that is an extreme, and your body likes to be at a balanced baseline, your body will bring you on a come down, and it will bring you so much further below the line, and you'll feel so shit for a while because it wants to balance you out to a baseline again. So I think that has kind of been to my detriment, that I have allowed myself to be too excitable. And I don't know if this would apply to everybody, because I feel like some people are probably a lot calmer than me, but I'm a very excitable person. Like, if I am happy, I am happy. Like, I am so happy, I'm so excitable, you can't shut me up. But when I'm sad, I can't move a muscle. Like, I'm so sad, so depressed, I have no motivation to do anything, and I just feel shit. So going forward, I do want to get back into the routine of doing more mundane and boring things and kind of balancing myself out a little bit. I listen to a podcast called What's the Juice, and she always talks about how we should incorporate mundane tasks into our lives in order to keep us at a baseline so that we're not crashing from the extreme highs. And she said, like, I'm sure she said whenever she's like feeling really happy or she's like done loads of things that are really exciting, she will force herself to do something boring or something challenging so that it kind of softens the blow of the come down. And that is something that I really want to be doing going forward. I've done that in the past. When I'm on my shit, this is what I do and I feel great. So I want to get back into that routine of like being a little bit more balanced. Also, I'm doing my makeup, but I'm doing it like I can't talk and do my makeup at the same time. So I've been doing my bronzer for the past like 10 minutes. So the next thing is lack of exercise and movement. I've been moving my body a little bit. I've been doing yoga here and there. Like I have the odd week of being really on my shit. Like this week I've been doing yoga all the time and I've been feeling great. But for the majority of the time, like I've not really been in a routine of exercise and movement. I've not gone on as many walks as I would like to. So that is definitely something that I would like to incorporate in my life going into the fall season and into my rebrand, because I just noticed such a difference. Like even this week, so it's Wednesday now, I have been doing yoga every morning since Monday and I just feel so much more clear-headed and I feel a lot better within myself. And I think when you are moving your body, you're kind of regulating yourself a little bit and you're allowing yourself to feel those happy, like feel-good hormones, those endorphins. It's so easy to not exercise and think like, oh, it doesn't really make a difference, but you only really notice it when you start exercising and you notice those tiny little micro differences in just your capacity to deal with the day. Like I feel like I have so much more capacity to deal with the day if I've started my day off with exercise and movement. So that is something that I am going to prioritize deeply. I was watching Hailey Gamber's recent video and it really inspired me. She was saying how exercise and movement, like she knows it makes her feel good, so she will make it a priority. Even if she is working and she doesn't have all of her work done by the time that she said and promised herself that she was going to go to the gym, she will just stop her work and she will go to the gym. She will prioritize the gym because she knows that the gym is going to make her feel good and it will probably make her feel more motivated to come back and complete the work. That was a bit of a different perspective for me that really made me think like, oh, maybe I should prioritize the gym. Because she also said that she's a busy girl and she could always give herself the excuse like, I don't have enough time, because she's always busy, so she has to make the time for the exercise. And that is something that I'm so guilty of, not making the time. Like I'm always saying I'm too busy, but am I really? I could definitely be prioritizing exercise and movement into my life. I know for me that I, over the summer, have been prioritizing my little ritual when I come back from work and getting a cup of tea and some biscuits. Like that's something that I prioritize. Even if I feel like I don't have time, I will prioritize that. So I want to give that same energy to my healthy habits that I want to do, like exercise. Yeah, they are all the things that I have been kind of thinking about really recently, and it's really helped me to actually get them on paper and just see it in front of my eyes. And even just talking it through now is reinforcing the type of person that I want to be. And further down on this, I actually did write out the traits of the best version of myself. So I've put like organized, clean and tidy, structured routines to keep myself accountable, not afraid to step outside my comfort zone, or maybe I am, but I do it anyway. Have a balanced life, not leaning into pleasure too often, getting things done that I say I will do, consciously practicing and prioritizing mindset work every day, like my life depends on it, and prioritizing exercise and movement and just basically healthy habits. So yeah, I feel like with all of this information in front of my eyes, I feel so much more clear-headed and I feel like I can, I feel like I can take on life and I can start this rebrand of my life. And I think I'm going to do a mood board soon. So if you want a video on that, let me know. But I'm going to do a mood board for the fall time, for the fall, autumn, and just see where I'm at. I highly recommend using this potent energy of the Mercury retrograde. We've just had Lionsgate, just the energy of a change of seasons, really using that in your favor and getting really clear on the things that you don't like about what you've been doing or about yourself even, and getting clear on what you do want in yourself, the traits that you do want to embody and the person that you want to be, the things that you do and your goals and your visions, and getting so crystal clear on that. It's going to help you so much to write it all out. And yeah, if you work a 9-to-5 job, maybe do this thing of getting an email up and just typing to yourself. I find that so therapeutic. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe because it means the world to me and it helps me feel good about myself because I love that external validation. God bless. But if not, that's fine too. I love you so much and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.